Hey guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. I'm going to be dropping this video a little bit late today, but I think better late than never. And I want to talk about blogging and its relationship to e-commerce. So specifically, can blogging increase e-commerce sales? And the answer is absolutely. I can pull up probably thousands of different examples, if I had enough time, of different businesses that utilize blogs to gain some sort of benefit from a income perspective with their e-commerce stores. In fact, a lot of different businesses, especially beginner businesses that might be started by a first-time entrepreneur, first-time business owner, they usually start off by selling products, and then they realize that they have a conundrum. And the conundrum is, well, where's the traffic? The traffic is almost non-existent. And there's a lot of websites that deal with this issue. They have products to sell. They have great services to offer to the world. In fact, many of you probably feel the same way. You have products to sell. You have a lot of knowledge to offer to the world. You have a lot of things that you can offer, but you don't know how to get the traffic. And creating content, which is blogging, is probably the most effective and the most useful form compared to any other out there. And the reason why I say that is because not only do I have personal experience, and I could talk about my personal experience all day, but if you've seen my other videos, you probably know about my personal experiences. But let's go ahead and give a live preview of a website that does this. And bodybuilding.com is an example of a $1 billion company, I believe. They're a $1 billion company that makes money mostly through their blogs. And what I mean by make money through their blogs, you might say, well, I know of bodybuilding.com because I saw a video or because I saw XYZ. Well, bodybuilding.com never started in 2020 or 2022 or something like that. No, it started much, much earlier. And the way that they would actually get known way before they had supplements is they had articles. And these articles are as old as over 10 years old. And you could see that they have thousands and thousands and thousands of articles that rank really, really well on Google. And the thing about bodybuilding.com is, like I said, they didn't start selling products. They actually started building the traffic. They started creating the articles, creating the content, and pretty much anything you could kind of think of, bodybuilding.com covers it. I mean, exercises, nutrition, you name it, the categories are all there. And the cool thing about that is that maybe you can't build a bodybuilding.com site, right? A lot of employees, lots of traffic, etc. But you can find your niche that you can serve. And I talk about this all the time when I talk about building a niche site. Information on my website, I have a whole bunch of different links that provide to that, but I talk about that very, very heavily. And bodybuilding.com now has become pretty much the number one place that supplement manufacturers go to be a little bit more well known and have their products on the bodybuilding.com shelves. So the point of this video is, first of all, if you want to build a business, start with in mind not the product but the traffic. How can you generate the traffic? Now, thankfully, in the year we live in now, it's kind of obvious. You can start a blog, you can start a YouTube channel, you could do both. You can work on Instagram, you could go on Pinterest, you could pretty much do anything you want. The options are there. But then you have to funnel that traffic into your site. For something like a blog, there's no funneling that needs to be done. It's literally your articles that will acquire the traffic. People are going to do Google searches, and they're going to find your content on Google. I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the amount of traffic that bodybuilding.com actually acquires on a monthly basis. So let's go ahead and go to similarweb.com. And SimilarWeb is not always right, especially for smaller websites, but for larger websites, they have a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and search bodybuilding.com, which is right here, and let's click on it, and let's see how much traffic it gets. So first of all, its category rank is 13 on the whole entire internet. The year it was founded was 1999. That's how old this business is. And their annual revenue is $200 million to $500 million. So I wasn't joking there when it's valued at a $1 billion business. And if you guys know Ty Lopez, he actually has a company that acquired a piece of bodybuilding.com, and they're responsible for doing all the internet marketing kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. But anyways, here they have a total visit count of 5.9 million visits, and that's actually pretty interesting because that was just last in May. In March, 7 million. The month after, 6.4 million. For the fitness industry, I believe bodybuilding.com is pretty much the biggest fitness-focused website on the internet today. It's pretty insane, and it's really, really, really large. And you can see the American traffic here, the United States traffic, sitting at 48%, the United Kingdom traffic at 8.2%, and the Canadian at 5.6 roughly percent. So it's over 50% that these are first world, even Australia. I mean, that's a huge one too. But first world money-making, e-commerce type countries that are willing to spend money. And I know bodybuilding.com definitely ships out to a lot of different countries, and you could kind of see where they kind of ship out. But it's pretty cool about where these guys are. And granted, like I said, this is a fitness-focused site. So in terms of working out, supplements, etc., there are other large websites, like, for example, Men's Health. It was actually listed right here. I'm not sure how big Men's Health is. Yeah, it's a much bigger site, but it's not just fitness. Men's Health is general health. But I want to show you a comparison here in terms of income, since we are talking about money. Bodybuilding.com here gets 5.9 million visits. Menshealth.com gets 37.7 million visits. But the annual revenue is much less. The revenue is much less when it comes to Men's Health. And why do you think that is? Try to think for a second. Here you have 25 to 50 million as opposed to bodybuilding.com, which is anywhere from 200 million to 500 million. Think about why that is. Well, we can actually see. Let's go to menshealth.com and let's click on it. And let's kind of see here. If you see the links here at the top, we have health, we have entertainment, we have fitness, we have grooming. If you look at the settings, it's just similar stuff. We can click on the shop, right? And the shop is cool. We definitely have some products here, but Men's Health is not actually known for their products. They're selling magazines here, which, let's be honest, who really buys magazines now? Maybe 1% of the population, if that, right? We have some guides, some books, but nothing really of considerable value. And I'm not insulting any of these products at all. These are cool products. Don't get me wrong. But think of it logically. Like, between me and you, honestly, when was the last time you paid for a magazine? Maybe you did recently, but hopefully I guess you could say, you can kind of negotiate with me here and talk with me here that you could probably be honest with yourself that not many people buy magazines. Of course, here we have some fitness workout and stuff like that, but I don't see really any advertisements of these products anywhere on menshealth.com. If we go back to menshealth.com, it's not even listed up here. And you can see that bodybuilding.com is drastically different. They have an active push for their products. If we go to bodybuilding.com, just on the front page, you can see things like different products here that are being sold. And bodybuilding.com makes money from all different angles. They make money from, if you're a company and you want to put your products in bodybuilding.com, they charge for that. I have a blog on how to start a supplement company. They charge for your shelf space essentially on your site. They charge for the fulfillment of that product, because as a company, if you own a supplement and you want to send it to them, first of all, they have to approve it. Second of all, you're going to pay for not only the space, but the storage and the fulfillment as a company, right? There's a lot of different aspects to this. It's a really big deal, right? And they make money off the sale as well. They make money off of their blogs as well, because what happens is if somebody reads an article, let's just click here and let's read one of these articles, right? This article could have different links associated with different products. It could have many different things associated. And so that makes a very big difference at the end of the day when it comes down to the sales. And if there's anything that you could take away from this video, right? The difference between a website that is about, let's say, close to 10 times, no, maybe not 10 times, let's say 7 times larger, right? Or maybe even 6 times larger, right? But generates 5 times less the income, or even more than 5 times, maybe 10 times less the income, is simply because the push of products. So if you're listening to this and you have a blog today, you have to figure out a way to monetize. And you have to take it very seriously. You have to think to yourself, okay, I have many things to offer. And you have to sit down with yourself, maybe in a quiet room for a few hours even, and think, what can I bring to market? What can I sell? If you guys are generating any traffic whatsoever, you need to sell something. You need to sell something. And you don't need a long time to think about this. Obviously, it's really not that difficult, because what happens is over time, you're going to develop, you're going to become better, and you're going to reevaluate and assess and iterate. You don't have to get it right now, but you do have to bring something to market. And you could see here, bodybuilding.com, if I just take my mouse and hover over shop, look how many products that are available for purchase. I mean, just loads and loads and loads of products. But bodybuilding.com is a phenomenal blog site powered by blogs, originally started with blogs as the main driver, collected a huge audience, and then word of mouth kind of spread and created tons and tons of sales for this business. So the difference, once again, between a $1 billion company and a company that generates maybe even $1.5 billion, because it's really 3 times yearly profits. So if yearly profits, let's just say, are, let's say, 350 million, then it could be a little bit more than $1 billion, right? Maybe 1.1 billion, but anyways, $1 billion company versus being a company that's, maybe $15 million company, $30 million company, $60 million company. And not to say that that's bad. I mean, all these sites are great, but the amount of income that can be made is drastically different. So if you guys enjoy this video, let me know. I can make more videos like this, but this should be a wake-up call for everybody listening. Go make that money, go sell some products, and don't be afraid to monetize. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.